Yo, fine scouts and intrepid internet travelers, welcome to my channel. I'm Josh, your Binge Buffoon, if you will have me. Today, why do I always do things with my hands? I'm very much the type of person who paints pictures as I speak. Today, I'm going to be traveling back to Baltimore and watching more of the one and only Wire. So, McNulty and the gang are trying to build a case against the Barksdales, and D'Angelo is very much at the center of it all. That said, his outlook on life, his decision-making, his shaky moral compass, and his conscience make him a liability for his uncle's organization. At least I think. The title of this episode, episode 5, is The Pager. So I have to imagine the Baltimore PD will either be successful in cloning his pager or unsuccessful in the most dramatic or maybe undramatic of ways, because this is a very realistic series, and in real life sometimes you try to do something and nothing happens, as we've seen a lot of them in this show. Everyone who's trying to do a good job, whether it be at selling drugs or fighting crime, just can't seem to catch a break. On top of all of this, we have Omar, a very intriguing character, an enigma if there ever was one, a wild card, and it seems like he's ready to throw a wrench in any and everything. So, will McNulty stop drinking? Will Bubs find love? And a career that's more advantageous than CI? Is Lieutenant Cedric Daniels dirty? Will Jay Landsman continue talking about male sex organs? Let's find out, shall we? Reaction channel. Let's ride the coattails of other people's art. I'm actually want to see more of Avon's day-to-day. Honey's with another honey.
They hung up without saying.
What you care? You never used the damn phone in here, no house.
You know, this sleeping around, unless this is his main squeeze, is gonna catch up with him. It already is, because at least in regards to that one who was killed by probably not D'Angelo, but somebody else. Maybe this guy, probably.
I'm saying, what's Shantae gonna say about not having a line in our own place?
Yeah.
You know, man, it seems like we just going past careful, man. We know, like, we paranoid and shit.
Probably should be. I mean, you should be.
Nah, I don't want to use his phone. We used his phone yesterday.
He's smart. They do have their eyes on the payphones. Well, I could never live this life. I'm already paranoid as it is, as a human being. Well, I can't smoke weed. I start feeling bad about shit I did when I was, I don't know, like 10, you know? Just overthinking awkward encounters I had with my first crush. Just weird stuff. That's why I'm like this now. All these awkward interactions and mistakes that I've accumulated into this human being that I am today. What am I talking about? A little slow, a little late, given Barksdale.
Alright, this gonna be so easy. Them East Side chumps ain't nothing like Avon's people.
This is Omar. So they're gonna knock off the East Side chumps?
The rats always run the holes in time of danger.
Hey, you him, ain't you? Danger. Shotgun.
What?
So this is where they put
Yeah, welcome to the fruits of your labor. I guess not labor, but you're the reason they're in this hole. Sort of.
You solemnly swear and affirm that the affidavit is true and accurate.
Oh, right. For the pager. We couldn't do it. Give us this.
Same frequency as the one carried by D'Angelo Barksdale. He gets a page, we get a page.
Wow. All they needed was the number.
Celebrities always seem much smaller when you meet them in person.
It's true. Never meet your heroes, because they're gonna suck.
Something ain't right, yo.
You whistling the farmer and the Dell?
Yo, son, come on. Yo, Omar's coming, man. Oh, shit.
Dude, he's like a hitman or something, or a character out of a horror movie. He can whistle really loud, too. You know when Katniss Everdeen whistled in the Hunger Games, and it was very inspiring and made people want to rise up against tyranny? I was about to say that this had the opposite effect on me, but maybe not. What the fuck?
Easy to see why niggas come around here stealing our shit.
I mean, I guess he's not wrong, but...
Get it.
Look, D'Angelo is soft, but that's why we like him, even in the wake of things we know he's done. I don't know. I think Tupac once said, I am so hard because I am so soft. Because you're so sensitive, you react to things in such a dramatic and probably threatening manner. But I don't know if that's the best way to deal with the situation. Also, that quote, people interpret that different ways. Sometimes people are like, are you talking about erectile dysfunction? Why I rarely say that quote anymore.
You say they're using some kind of code?
Yeah, they gotta be. These numbers don't make no fucking sense.
So they're having problems with this.
We pop Omar get a gun, he might let us work him.
I don't think so.
How complex a code can it be if these knuckleheads are using it?
Probably pretty complex. I think that's why we established at the beginning of the episode that Avon is very paranoid, and rightfully so.
Oh, I'm just how y'all do what y'all do every day and not want to get hired.
Does it make sense for Bubs to always be riding around with them in broad daylight with the windows down and stuff? Because what if someone sees him and then they also sees him around these guys?
Come on, man. What is that?
These guys are assholes. You can just tell. They're like the type of people that pull you over for a seatbelt violation in the middle of the night, and they can't even tell if you're actually wearing one or not. They just want to give you a $10 ticket. Look, I disagree with seatbelt tickets. I understand that maybe I'm putting myself at risk, but I'm not hurting anyone else.
You gonna call him like you gonna pay him, and then you crack him.
Man, you don't pay a nigga, he ain't gonna work for you.
But you think a nigga's gonna get a job? You think these niggas gonna be like, fuck it, let me quit this game here and go to college? No.
Yeah.
A nigga that's steady rolling, ain't asking you for shit. That's the nigga I wanna hear about.
Dude, it's so interesting, right? Because it's not just the system and the cops, whatever it is, that sort of box people in based upon their economic circumstances, but the people at the top, Stringer, D'Angelo, are doing the same thing. Like, what are you going to do? You don't have any options. And then they implement this sort of Machiavelli mentality where rule through fear, not just fear of me, but fear of doing something else. I guess I'm happy I mentioned Tupac before because he was pretty obsessed with, not obsessed, but very interested in the writings of Machiavelli, his letters to the king and stuff, you know. Clearly, especially when I was younger, I loved Tupac.
For Christ's sakes, Elena, I'm their father. You think I'd let them sleep on the floor? Yes, I got them. Sheets, pillows.
That's right. We saw his apartment in a previous episode. It's not really, your life's a mess, bro. And you're drinking all the time. And yeah, you're not really in a position to be a good father.
A less enlightened man than myself, cruder man than myself, a man less sensitized to the qualities and charms and value. Just might call her a...
Write a preface calling her
It's called the mother of your children.
yeah.
I did not call her that.
Yes, you fucking did.
You did. You definitely did. You just try to... It's like saying no offense before you say something offensive, which, to be honest, I still do. I did it the other day, and then I was like, I just wanted to say that. I should have just nutted up and said it, and forgot the disclaimer.
Yeah, not much fighting this time. You getting tired, asshole? Yeah.
These guys. We haven't even seen these guys this episode yet, and they just come rolling up like this? Am I missing something? Why are they here right now? Is this just stupid stuff again? Oh, this was the kid that they were talking about intimidating in the last episode. Or maybe it was the one before. You're drinking again as you're making your apartment appropriate for children or accommodating.
First I go in, play nice.
Yeah, here they go. They're trying to work this guy. You're just gonna get in trouble. You guys don't have any tact. Look at this room. Jeez. Can't even sit across from him.
Cop you banged? It's Herc's uncle.
Oh, I didn't know that. I guess I did.
I suppose you at the other end of that leash, huh?
No.
But you came up hard? Flag House Projects. East side.
Mm,
You know, you remind me of me.
this is an interesting approach.
What you want?
Respect. I feel like that's what he wants. These specifics.
For you to suck my...
That a boy. I don't know why I reacted that way. But I was thinking during this conversation, I don't think this kid's stupid to the point where he wouldn't realize being worked is a thing.
You supposed to be the good cop, dumb motherfucker. What?
Dude, seriously? You guys are stupid. He's a 16-year-old kid. You just got in trouble a couple episodes ago for being dumb. You're gonna beat up a kid. in the precinct, or wherever they are.
I thought, we could just walk in and let's see what it can.
Is he gonna mention that he's a Barksdale just to get? That's not gonna do anything, is that? They're not known like that. That'd be weird.
Can we get that one over there? It's Friday night. Those were for patrons who made reservations.
This is interesting.
Should have pushed him, D.
Oh, we're doing this You're Soft thing again. Exploring this. Just with going to dinner, That's... It reminds me of Ted Lasso with... Is it Nate? There's a whole episode about him just trying to get a good seat at a restaurant. Basically. And then he just becomes a complete and utter asshole, which is just motivated by his insecurities. I haven't watched the final season, by the way.
You think maybe we left you the paperwork? You could put them in the box till intake gets here?
Look at him in the back! It's crazy that this cop in uniform just acts like, well, this is normal. But it probably is.
For the crumbs.
Yeah, right.
I still see some, though.
Think they know?
Do they know what?
Who we are, what...
What I'm about. Acting like we belong down here, you know what I'm saying?
So, your money good, right?
Some shit just stay with you.
It does. I know what he means, but...
How did you try? You still can't go nowhere, you know what I'm saying?
It's true, I was talking about this in my One Piece reactions, that sometimes, even if you get out of where you...
You got money, you get to be whatever you say you are.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
I suppose. But you never forget, like, especially if you grow up without money and stuff, you could put on a nice shirt, you can go to some classy restaurant, but if you're not used to that environment or appearing a certain way, it just feels like you're wearing a costume, It feels like you're putting on a face. And then because you feel so uncomfortable in that situation, you're resentful of the people around you who seem like they belong. Which is what he was going through. But the truth is, everybody feels that way to some extent. Moral of the story, don't define yourself by your environment. Define your environment by you.
You holler at the boy Scar. Let him know, man, it's time for him to take a stroll. If he give you any beef at all, we gonna put Wee Bear and Bird.
Now it's Avon instructing Stringer. Advising. Sorry if nothing I said was articulated very well. It didn't make sense. I just talk sometimes and hope that maybe this will sound good later, or I can delete stuff that sounds stupid in the edit. Just stream of consciousness, man.
60. That might be your whole damn salary, but I clocked that shit in minutes. Rag 'em.
I could have actually befriended this kid. I kind of like this. We ain't so different now, are we? He was pretending, like, the fun thing about this was Carver was sort of working him, saying, we're not so different. But now this scene is kind of...
Fuck you and your time.
I know, they hate each other, but the pool thing was fun.
That sandwich was good.
I like this scene, though. I really like this.
You're working for yourself, too. So you're going to put out the strong product. You're going to get the locals behind it.
So they're just going to treat him like a freelancer, almost? I don't know. I really do love Wood Harris, In past videos, I was giving Idris a lot of credit, because of his rise and stardom since this show. But Wood Harris has always sort of killed it in everything I've seen him in. Ever the businessman.
A winner.
Oh, hey, Bunk.
Casing of that girl shot up in Northeast.
Yeah.
She matches up with 2 other cases, both from last year.
Those other cases weren't women, were they? I was going to say, like, Avon's not having his dude going around just killing all his exes. But to use the same gun in multiple killings, same MO and stuff.
What's something? Hey.
Oh, man. Is this the dude from the first episode?
Comes in a bag, goes out in a bag.
I don't know if I recognize. His hair is different, right? Yeah, he's in... Damn, man. I didn't know...
Say I got the bug.
Bug, huh?
Like hepatitis? Pause and sling for even. I want to see what the bug is. I'm sure it's something that is a result of needles. AIDS, so... I just wanted to make sure.
I'll put the police on their ass.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not working for him. I'm working with him.
Why?
I do want this context, his thought process.
Why they beat you down? Why I couldn't do nothing about it?
It's all part of the game, right?
Yeah, and what he's doing is part of the game too, to be fair. What Bubs is doing right now, he's playing the game. He's using what he has to get what he wants, which in this case is retribution, I suppose, against the people that hurt you. Because with the knowledge, his knowledge of the, you know where I'm going with this.
I'll be getting out of here at the end of the month.
You had long blonde hair. Why was that a decision?
Who's got the best package now?
Don't tell him.
All right, well, shit is weak all over, you know? Beat down, bagged up, still ready to rip and run, huh?
I'm a Viking, Holmes.
It was kind of really sad.
Hey, McNulty.
Oh, here he is.
Here that needs
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You know now why I wear the stripes in the family?
A good call, Jay.
Was he gonna tell him that Rawls is like, finish this and come home?
Ring, because Jimmy, I have talked you right out of the shit house.
He did, to be fair, but he's not gonna want to come
wrap
back
up this thing with narcotics
because he feels alive.
Thanks, Jay.
No problem.
You get paid.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say something to him, all right?
No, Wallace is that good kid who just you just wish wasn't here. I mean, they all are in a way, but you know.
Maybe you could let a little something go till payday, because you know right now we some.
Oh my god! And he's gotta be tough on him here. And he's not. He's gonna be nice because it's Wallace. Because D'Angelo wants to, maybe rule isn't the right word, but he wants to lead with love.
And the bear said, "You didn't really come here to hunt now, did you?"
You see Saturday's 24th?
Just get the ass end of a joke.
Deidre was playing with scary people.
Who might that be?
Checking the window.
Dee was at the door.
And that was the last time you spoke with him?
Dee was his nephew or something.
D would be D'Angelo Barksdale.
And the boyfriend, Avon Barksdale?
He really just... Why? Avon... This is very stupid of Avon to be habitual like this.
I did the club thing for a while, but some of those places, everybody in there is on some kind of game.
That's just clubs in general, not just Baltimore.
She threatened Avon Barksdale.
One time, she threatened to write a letter on him. Letter to the state's attorney. She said that if he dumped her, she was gonna tell about the drugs that were there.
What, Avon has a club?
Orlando's, titty bar.
Right. Oh, they don't know about Orlando's. I guess as an audience member, we do, you know, so I guess I didn't even think about that doesn't make sense because there's a lot we know that the police don't, but I thought they might have known about the club, I guess. But it makes sense they don't. Oh, there's but.
You try dealing with all these bitches and their problems for a few days. I'm sure you'd rather be running that goddamn laundromat.
I've thought about that before, dudes who work at strip clubs. They just seem stressed. I don't know. Some of them, I don't know. I haven't been, it's been a long time. Are you Orlando? You look like Orlando.
You heard Stinkle gonna be coming off the clock, right? Getting a percentage.
Yeah, that's right. And he's gonna be like, why didn't they give it? Yeah, because, yeah, man. You know, D'Angelo just really isn't clued into things, even though he is sometimes. There's very...
Now you gonna take all that and still try to sneak into my pocket? Shit, girl. Now you got to go. JJ, get in the fuck.
Oh, it's...
Wait.
You, D'Angelo, is the shoulder to cry on.
Did you take his money?
No, I didn't take his money.
And is he gonna come down now and be like, you can't let people push you around? Just project onto her? Oh no, he's gonna pay her.
You buy me a drink?
You are soft, D'Angelo.
I don't usually see men that I meet in here. Usually.
I mean, I think I said this in the first episode that I thought this was maybe the start of a relationship. I think it's gonna be the relationship that I think it's gonna be very detrimental to the Barksdales, though. She's gonna just create another weak spot for D'Angelo.
Got the tow truck company. And that's just what you knew from what he bragged about of the dead girl.
Greed's gonna get him. Oh, did we even see Daniels until just now?
He's found wearing Kevlar, but it didn't help. 39 casings on the scene from 3 different guns.
Overkill for a burn bag. About right if he was running with Omar.
You literally have D'Angelo on one side of the spectrum and Omar on the other. One is ruthless and the other is full of Ruth. Got a lot of Ruth. Here he is.
Hey, why you always gotta talk like that, man? What? F this and F that.
Oh man, he's talking to me right now.
Don't nobody want to hear them dirty words, man. Damn. Especially coming from such a beautiful mouth.
I mean, it's not wrong, but yeah, I don't know. I can't say that Omar's ruthless. He's soft too, in ways. Look, I think the F word really is. It's very effective when you mean to emphasize certain things, but I do overuse it as well, and I'm trying to work on that.
Did you try it?
No, I'm working number.
It would have worked if you knew the code.
You do. Oh, he's happy. He figured it out.
I like word search puzzles.
Well, that's right. Yeah, we saw you in your book, previous episodes.
I could do the same thing with the numbers. Jump it over the 5. 7, 4 is 6.
It's just crossword, basically. Jumping over the numbers. Wow.
And that's the code. Yeah, and it works because it's all about where the buttons are on a phone.
Oh, wow, that's so clever.
All you gotta do is jump the 5 button. Ain't no math to it, it's just how the phone looks when you...
That's so interesting.
Genius.
He kissed them on the lips. After Omar's just kissing people on the lips. Dude, are we gonna like Prez now? This harkens back to, I think, what I was saying. You are who you are, hang around with. And now that Prez is isolated from Herc and Carver, he's not gonna feel like he needs to prove himself in all these dramatic ways.
What's up, man? You about to see your uncle. You understand me? This family.
So is this Avon's brother?
Live the life, leave the life. Ain't no big thing. He used to talk that shit all the time, and he believed it, you know. The thing is, you only got to fuck up once. Be a little slow, be a little late. You can't plan for no shit like this, man.
So you know,
It's life.
so it's just like a reminder that you're gonna end up in a situation more or less. It's gonna get you one way or the other. You guys saw that. I didn't know where he was shot until we saw that. Unless they mentioned it before. The setup of this episode was really because we see Avon and how paranoid he is with another girl. And then as the police are sort of catching on to this thing he does where his promiscuity leaves this trail of very compromising breadcrumbs. And then we have this scene where he's like, basically says, this is sort of where I'm headed. Either I'm going to get shot or they're going to catch me. Also, and we have Omar gunning for them, sort of. I don't know who would shoot Avon at this point, but...
Afternoon, gentlemen. Saying if he's going to use that, you'd have been done using it by now.
I'm really excited about this interaction between McNulty and Omar in a graveyard.
Sometimes who you are is enough, dog. But being as y'all sitting on my ride so long, I just thought I'd save y'all some time.
We're pulling you up because we've got a problem in common.
Problem?
Barksdale.
I just can't really come out and help y'all. You know what I mean? Snitching. I don't think the game is played like that.
Yeah.
I think your snitch can handle that. Shit, Bubble's no bird.
Said that before, but like, people just know.
We should have had a tap. A wire there will get us the drugs. Keep pushing, we'll get a whiff of the money. Now, I know you're serious about climbing that career ladder. I don't want to go to no dance unless I can rub some tit.
Weird we used that analogy just now. Oh no, he's got bed frames and bunk beds. Looks good, man. You did this when you were drunk?
What'd you say to make D pay out? I told him to give it up or I'm taking out of the account.
Ah, man! He's making D look weak now. I gotta pause this, I gotta piss. Oh no, and it's Omar's guy. When did John Bailey get blown up, though? McNulty was saying that John Bailey got blown up. I thought we just saw him at the beginning of the episode, I mean. Omar's other, less, into fooling around with him guy.
Yo, that's him. That's him. One of the ones that robbed us, the light-skinned boy.
That's how they would recognize him. What are they gonna do? Oh, they're just gonna tell somebody. Oh, dude. If they kill Omar's guy, oh, but the cops are gonna intercept it. And nobody's here to see it.
So you
Yeah. Alright, we on, Alright.
Now D'Angelo has to make a decision. Or is he going to do what his uncle and Stringer would want him to do? Because they're not home. See, but the thing is the cops are going to intercept this one, right?
Got him?
Stringer's going to...
Hey, yo, find the phone real quick.
Wouldn't the cops be watching this like a hawk?
I should tell you, I'm gonna take care of it.
Alright.
Yeah, he in there playing the games.
Hey, this nigga gonna point him out to us, alright?
Really, I'm tense right now.
Yeah.
Yo, it's done. Nice work, guys.
Alright.
You don't see? Oh, this is like a callback to the first episode where, at the end of the first episode, where that guy, the witness, got killed, and Dee was like, "This was a result of my actions." It's kind of the same thing. We just see the guy's dead, and all Dee did was make a phone call. I like that we lived in his perspective, sort of, with that moment, as opposed to, you know, Hollywood movies and stuff and other shows have you trained to think, "Oh, I got to see this shootout," or "I got to see this moment of this guy getting popped." But you know, it was a result of D'Angelo's actions. He didn't get blood on his hands, but which makes it easier when you can't see the blood in your hands, but it's still there. Because now it motivates Omar in this very fascinating way. I'm assuming the guy's dead, right? He has to be. On to the next one.